Hello traders, welcome back to my channel, PureForeX. In this video, I'm going to teach you the last fantastic 5 setup called Quasimodo manipulation. But before we get started, guys, shout out to the Almighty God whose mercies, showers of blessings and ample grace have seen me throughout the process. Also, shout out to my mentor, Nora Karim, the founder of Bastra. All right, guys. So now, what is Quasimodo manipulation? Quasimodo manipulation happens when a QM arrow has been broken by price. So usually price will leave an entry point, either rally-based rally or drop-based drop, aligned with the left shoulder for us to counter trend. What do I mean? So let's look at the Quasimodo manipulation buy formula. For example, so this is let me pick my pen. This is, you guys know the concept of Quasimodo reversal, right? We say Quasimodo manipulation happen after a Quasimodo reversal has failed or has been broken by price. So if you haven't watched my video on Quasimodo reversal, you better check it out on my channel. Make sure you like, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section, all right? So let's continue. So this is a high, this is a low, this is a higher high and higher low. All right. So we expect price to, come back to this right shoulder, align with the left shoulder of the QM, then we sell, right? But in this situation, price get to where we set our pending order or where we are expecting to sell, price create a rally-based rally, then disrespected our QM arrow. So in this case, it becomes a QMM. So this is the situation where we change from selling to buying, all right? So let me explain Quasimodo manipulation for sell. So in this Quasimodo manipulation sell formula, as usual, this is a low, a high, a lower low, and higher high. So we expect price to come down to this point where we expect price to form the right shoulder of the QM, then we buy. But in this case, price trigger our pending order, but fail to respect our Quasimodo reversal. Instead, price leave a drop-based drop and then breach the Quasimodo, breach this Quasimodo reversal. So that is why we said a Quasimodo manipulation happen or occur after price has been broken or after a QM arrow has been broken by price. So in this case, price broke this QM arrow. So, but what happened before price break this QM arrow? It leave what? A drop-based drop before disrespecting our Quasimodo reversal. So this becomes Quasimodo manipulation. So this is the time we change from buying to what? Selling. In this example, let me clear the chart. All right. So also here, when the QM buy, when the QM sell failed, we're expecting to sell this Quasimodo, and what happened? Price leave us a rally-based rally. Then, price got trigger our pending order where we expect to sell this Quasimodo reversal, but the market fails to go down, right? The market created a rally-based rally, then disrespect this Quasimodo reversal. So in this wise, we change from what? Instead of selling, we change our bias to counter trend, from selling to buying. This one from buying to selling. So let me further explain the concept of Quasimodo manipulation for you to get it right, all right? So this is where, in this example, this is a QM. This is a QM arrow, right? So in this QM arrow, as usual, we mark the left shoulder of the QM where we expect price to come back to this left shoulder, then we buy, all right? So, we expect price to come to the left shoulder so that we sell. So price retrace back to the left shoulder of the QM to form the right shoulder where we want to sell. After price trigger our pending order, what happened? Price failed to drop down. Instead, price create a rally-based rally aligned with the left shoulder of the QM and then breach or disrespected this Quasimodo. So in this case, what are we going to do? We change our bias from selling to what? To buying, right? So this is what price will normally do. Price will come back to this point, then this becomes our entry point, right? Then we buy. This is what we call Quasimodo manipulation, guys. So in a buy example, this is where we expect to buy this particular Quasimodo, right? Quasimodo occur on the chart. Let me delete this line. So if you are getting value in this video already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. Also share my videos to other persons you know, all right? Just support me. Leave a comment in the comment section of this video. So this is the left shoulder of the QM where we expect to buy. This is a low, this is the high, this is a lower low and higher high. So price will come back to this point where we expect to buy, guys. Price go back to this point to form the right shoulder of the QM arrows where we have already set our pending order. Our pending order got triggered. So we expect market to move to buy, right? But market failed. Instead, market leave up with a drop-based drop entry point aligned with the left shoulder of the QM like this, then disrespect the QM arrow. So in this case, this become QM manipulation. That is what we call Quasimodo manipulation. In this case, we change from buying to what? Selling. So price always come back to this point, then we sell. But guys, it's not every Quasimodo manipulation you are going to sell. Whenever your QM failed, don't rush in changing your bias to start selling or to start buying. We want to look for confirmation. When a Quasimodo manipulation happens, you go to the higher time frame to look for confirmation. So right now, let's say this Quasimodo right now, price just disrespected our QM arrow, right? So it now becomes a Quasimodo manipulation. For us to start buying and selling this market, instead of buying because of a Quasimodo as occurred, for us to start selling this market, we have to go to the higher time frame and look for confirmation. And the confirmation of a Quasimodo manipulation must be a bearish engulfing candle. In this example, I want to see a bearish engulfing candle as confirmation on a higher time frame. You know, guys, usually we use confirmation either a bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing candle or a full body candle, right? But when it comes to Quasimodo manipulation, we don't need a full body candle. The only confirmation we need, guys, is bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing, as the case may be. So in this example, now that our QM arrow has failed, we want to see what a bearish engulfing candle at the higher time frame as confirmation. So by the time we find a bearish engulfing as confirmation, we expect we will be confident enough to sell. When price come back to this point, then we sell. This is the criteria for Quasimodo manipulation, guys. So even in this example, before you rush to start buying, after the QM arrow has been broken by price, you go to the higher time frame. What are you going to look for? You look only for bullish engulfing. Only for bullish engulfing at the higher time frame as confirmation for us to buy this Quasimodo manipulation. All right. And don't forget, you must look for this confirmation. You don't take every Quasimodo manipulation. When a QM failed, if the higher time frame does not have bullish engulfing in a case of a buy, changing your bias to buy, if the market does not have bullish engulfing as confirmation, allow the trade to be, right? After all, you are not going to win all your trade. But when a QM is being broken by price or is being disrespected by price or is being failed, and when you go to the higher time frame, you see confirmation. That becomes a QMM. It is a great opportunity for you to change your bias and then you enter the trade without fear or favor. That is why we want to see confirmation when our QM failed. We want to see confirmation. For us to value that setup as a Quasimodo manipulation, we want to see confirmation at the higher time frame. And the only confirmation we want to see is either bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing candle as confirmation, guys. So this is all about Quasimodo manipulation formula. We have Quasimodo manipulation buy formula and Quasimodo manipulation sell formula. This is the concept, right? So like I will always do, guys, ForeX is practical. So let's go to the chart. Let me walk you through a few examples on the chart. You can also go back to your drawing board because ForeX trading is not like a movie where you just watch a particular video and you will be telling the story exactly the next day in the morning. ForeX trading is that skill that it's a game of practice, right? If no matter how a video looks so simple on YouTube, it's not going to be simple for you to apply, right? So I just want to be honest. My name is PureHEART. I'm always honest. And my honest opinion is that, guys, when you watch this video, go back to your own drawing board, trying to look for this Quasimodo manipulation because they happen on the chart. They present to you, but you don't know how to figure them out, right? All the fantastic five setup all happen on the chart. So Quasimodo manipulation also happen. So in this wise, let's go to the live chart. Let's go to the ForeX chart. Let me walk you through some of the example of Quasimodo manipulation before we end this video, right? Because I always want to drop a short content, but full of information. So today we are going to use my favorite platform, MT5, all right, to show you this Quasimodo manipulation. And remember, all the setup I've been teaching, they happen in all time frames. So you can also find Quasimodo manipulation in any time frame of your choice, all right? So let's get started. So here we have, I think go, right, on go. This is what? This is a low, this is a high, this is a low. Let's change to line chart. If you understand the concept of Quasimodo, you know, price has been moving like this. Price has been moving like that, right? Then what happened? You know, there was a breach here. You know, whenever a low is breached, a QM is created, if you know the concept of the QM. But if you have not really get the concept of the QM, you have to go back and watch that Quasimodo reversal video again and again for you to understand how it works on the chart, all right? So this is what happened. So when you look at this particular chart, you see that there is a Quasimodo here. So I can go ahead to label it, but I don't want this video to be too long, guys. So this is actually a low, yeah. This is a high. This is a low. This is a higher high, right? This is a higher high, guys. This is a higher high, and this is a lower low. So what are we expecting? We mark the left shoulder of this QM. So where we expect price to come back to this area and then sell. But what did the price do? Price go back to this area and then decided to created this demand, demand zones, and then shoot out. Disrespect this Quasimodo reversal, breach the head of the QM, you know, it has been breached. So what happened? Our Quasimodo reversal has been what? Broken by price. So in this case, it becomes what? It becomes a QMN. This is when Quasimodo manipulation comes in. So this is the entry point. Price created what? It got to this, our normal QM arrow. It failed. It created a drop-based rally. This drop-based rally disrespects the head of the QM. So in this case, our QM arrow failed. It becomes what? It becomes a Quasimodo manipulation. So this is where we mark. So price return back to that entry point, right? To that entry point price created before disrespecting the QM arrow. Price go back there, and then we start pumping our buy order. So we change from selling to what? To buying. But let's look for confirmation. Before you go ahead buying, changing your buyer from selling to buying, when a Quasimodo manipulation has occurred, what are you going to do? You go to the higher time frame to look for confirmation. The only confirmation we want to see is the bullish engulfing. So let's go to the higher time frame. Daily, this happen on, like this setup can happen on every time frame. So for the purpose of this video, I'm showing you example from H4. So since it happened on H4 time frame, we go to the daily time frame to look for what? Bullish engulfing as confirmation. All right. So let's get there. Okay, guys. Can we see where we find that setup? Okay, this is it. So guys, what can we see here? We can see bullish engulfing. This is a bullish engulfing, right? This bullish engulfing becomes what? Becomes our confirmation on that Quasimodo manipulation. So this is the reason why we change our bias from selling to buying. Once we have confirmation, let's go back to the setup. So this is the setup. So we have confirmation, bullish engulfing at a higher time frame. Then price go back to that entry point it created before disrespecting the QM arrow. Then we start buying. This is how to approach Quasimodo manipulation. Guys, if you are getting value on this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, okay? So let me show you another example on the chart. Also, one thing I want to let you know is that Quasimodo does not always happen, right? The setup that always happen is Quasimodo manipulation does not always happen, right? But Quasimodo reversal always happen on the chart. There's no week I don't profit from Quasimodo manipulation setup. There's no week I don't profit from Quasimodo reversal. This Quasimodo reversal is one of my favorite setup. Quasimodo reversal, Quasimodo continuation, blind spot. Those are my favorite setup because they keep happening all the time. But as a price action shooter, whenever Quasimodo manipulation happen, whenever my QM failed and it give me reasons with a confirmation, I will change my buyer from buying to selling or from selling to buying as the case may be. So this is another example of Quasimodo manipulation. I'm going to view it. You will see you have to sharpen your eyes, guys, to spot QM arrow because it is QM arrow that give birth to Quasimodo manipulation. All right. So let me pick my pen. You will see that the market was actually moving like this in an uptrend. Then the market breach. You see this market breach, right? So when the market breach, what are we going to do? This is the high, this is the low, this is the higher high and lower low. We expect price to come back to this point, then we sell, right? That is what happened. But when price went back to this, the left, and they align with the left shoulder of the QM to form the right shoulder for us to sell, we start selling, pumping our selling order, but the market fails to go. Instead, the market give us a drop, base, rally, then disrespect the head of the QM. In this case, what happened? It becomes a Quasimodo manipulation. It can only become a Quasimodo manipulation if it has a confirmation, and the only confirmation we want to see is bullish engulfing at the higher time frame. All right. So let me clear the chart. So this is a high, a low, higher high, lower low. Price go back to the left shoulder to form the right shoulder of the QM, but price fades. Instead, price create a drop base rally, then disrespect the head of the QM. So in this case, we are going to change our bias from selling to buying. But let's check if we are going to find confirmation in this example, right? Let me change this particular color. Let's give it blue. So let's go to daily. Yeah, guys. Let me zoom it. So what can we see here, guys? We are seeing a bullish engulfing. This is a bullish engulfing, right? So this is a bullish engulfing on a daily time frame as confirmation. So once we find our bullish engulfing as confirmation, it's a very good reason for us to take that Quasimodo manipulation. So guys, that is how we look for confirmation. Quasimodo manipulation must have a confirmation for you to take, or else when your QM arrow is disrespected or is broken by price, you can let it go, right? You can take it that, okay, I lose my trade for the day, then you wait for the next opportunity. But when a QM arrow has been broken by price and price give us an entry point also aligned with a confirmation, that is a valid Quasimodo manipulation for us to change our bias. All right, let me just give you one more example on GBP USD so that we can call it a day. So let me clear the chart. I'm going to clear these drawings. I hope you are getting value on this video, guys. So if you look at this particular example on GBP USD, let me point out for you. This is, market was going up, then breach. When market breach, it creates a QM arrow, right? So this become the high, this become the low, this become the higher high, right? And this become the lower low. So we were expecting that price. So we mark the left shoulder of the QM arrow. So we're expecting price to come back to form the right shoulder, then we sell. You see, but price go to our pending order, go to the left shoulder of the QM to form the right shoulder, but price failed. Instead, price breach or disrespect the Quasimodo reversal. So in this wise, this becomes a Quasimodo manipulation because the big players or the market makers have manipulators, right? So that is why we call it Quasimodo manipulation. So when this happens, we change our bias from selling to buying, like I've explained before, guys. So, but before we start buying, before we start looking for buying, before we start taking this Quasimodo manipulation seriously, we have to go to the higher time frame to look for confirmation, right? So as usual, we go to the daily or the weekly. If we can't find confirmation on daily, we can go to the weekly, right? So in this case, we are going to find or look for our confirmation. And what is our confirmation? Bullish engulfing candle, right? So let me zoom it, guys. Guys, we have bullish engulfing candle here. This is bullish engulfing candle as confirmation. So this confirmation alone is what? Is a strong confidence, a strong belief that this Quasimodo manipulation that has occurred on the chart is going to hold. So in this wise, we come back to where we find the setup, and then we start looking for, we wait patiently for price to retrace back to this point. Then we start pumping our buying order. This is how to identify or how to spot Quasimodo manipulation. This is how Quasimodo manipulation works. And also Quasimodo manipulation is a reversal setup category. You know, I have been teaching you continuation setup and what reversal setup, right? So this is how Fantastic Five setup works. Quasimodo manipulation does not always occur, but as whenever it occurs, because you don't know when price is going to create this setup. The reason why we familiarize ourselves. The reason why we familiarize ourselves with the Fantastic Five, because whenever the market present, it could be any of the Fantastic Five. It could be a blind spot, which is order setup. It could be manipulation entry formula, whatever one the market present. We understood the concept of those setup. So we always maximize the opportunity. But for the Fantastic Five setup, like SNRC1, SNRC2, QMRO, QMC, and QMM, whenever they happen, whenever market present, we are familiarized with them. That is why we are called price action sharpshooter. All right. So guys, we have come to the end of this video. Like I always said, you need to dedicate yourself. You need to devote yourself. Without devotion, there is no transformation. No matter what you are devoted to, it is the quality of your devotion which will transform you. Guys, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.